That is a beautiful song, and I really think that if you take that one with you back to your Verein, you'll find that in Bayern that is very common to see that late at night. They enjoy that. It's a fun song. Es macht schon Spaß, gell? All right, the last one on page 10. We're going to get to the Gstanzel in about 3 minutes, which is going to be the part of the next workshop. But there's one last Wirtshaus song that I think you all have to know that I also got from Andy. And this is not the Rhine Valley version. This is the Oberbayerische version. Basically, they took the Trink man noch a Flasche Wein, which is, we all know that if you speak German and you come from the Rhine. The Bavarians didn't want that. They liked their wine. They liked their wine. They made it their own, and they created kind of a Borsche with it. Let me just go through the line with you. Jetzt trinkt man noch a Flasche Wein. Hollaradio, Hollaradio. Muss ja nicht der Letzte sein. Muss ja nicht der Letzte sein. Hollaradio, Hollaradio. We have wine drinkers in here? Yep. Wine drinkers? Come on, we got some, right? I'm not a big beer drinker. Well, last night. Okay. Could you play? Now, this is going to be something that is going to be kind of led by the music, because they made it into a Borsche, and that's where you hear it in Bavaria as a Borsche. And I'll show you where you come in. Go ahead. You can. That's the real Bavarian, right? Durst, because you know, Leberwurst, es ist Wurst. If you don't know Bavarian, learn es ist mir Wurst. To the Bavarians, it's all just a sausage. That came out really wrong. All right, good. It's all the same as my liver, thirst. Good. Now, we are going to we have about half an hour remaining, and we're going to now begin the 3-part workshop. And this is really an experience that I hope that you'll be able to take back with you. Okay, so let's make that very clear in the video. This is part 1 of the 3-part workshop. Okay. The dance is called the Ausseer Steirischer. Has anybody been to the Salzkammergut in this room? Who's been there? Okay. Have you ever tried to understand them? They don't understand each other. Okay. The valleys are so different that there's a difference between Bad Goizan and Bad Ischl. They all have different variants in their dialects. And you want to hear something else? They changed the Pacher style between the mountains. And they are happy and proud of it. There's actually a video clip on YouTube about that saying, hey, we patch this way, they patch this way. They love it. Trying to see who has the more creative approach. The Gstanzel is something you'll find everywhere in Bavaria pretty much. It's a 4-line, sometimes called a Vierzeiler. But we have heard it a lot in Oberbayern in Munich, and you hear that ba-ba-ba, ba-bam, ba-da-dam, ba-da-da, and it's kind of used as a Gstanzel singer. They do that. But there's a special place for the Gstanzel in the Salzkammergut. If you've ever been there, they have a very specific kind of dancing and singing that goes to it. It's one of the areas you cross the border, and all of a sudden, you see something which we don't really do that much in Bayern as much as they do. There's singing involved, and then there's clapping involved, and then there's the dance involved, okay? And we picked the easiest one, okay, for you guys to learn. And the dance move is easy. There are thousands of Gstanzel, and believe it or not, there are hundreds of different Gstanzel just for the Ausseerland. They'll change words. They'll change words, and they'll change from Dianai, they'll change it to Menche. Instead of saying Dandel, they'll say Menche, Meche, Mädchen, right? Ausseer, Meche, Sheni Meche. And you have to be very in tune with what they're doing. And to put it in writing was not easy, because I had to grab 5 different groups and listen to them, and I tried to pick it out. So I'm going to ask my Heike and Philip to pass these out. The Ausseer Steirischer Gstanzel. Just so you know, I'm going to give you just an overview of that dance. The dance is the Ausseer Steirischer. Careful. There is the Ausseer Landler, and there's the Ausseer Steirischer. It is not your Zweisteiler, it is not your Figurentanz. It is the Ausseer Steirischer. Bad Aussee is a particular region. They also have other Landler, the Ischler Landler, the Strobel Landler, the Ausseer Landler. Some of these Landlers are incredibly challenging to know because there's a Pacher involved, which we'll do tomorrow. The Pacher. The Pachen. And if you think the Pachen is this, you better be there tomorrow. That's what it is. It is not that. There are tons of groups. I see this all the time. You get that guy in there and goes, I got the Pachen. No, that ain't it. Not even close. Okay? Now, you're going to have the Gstanzel and then the Pachen. And Erech and I are going to be doing the Pachen tomorrow with you. And then Erech is going to take the lead, and we're going to trade off as I go into the back, and he's going to lead you through the dance, and we're going to put this all together. Now, you say, somebody's in the Alphorn workshop, somebody's in this one. We will review. We will recap, because that's what good teachers do. They review and recap for those who were absent, or reteach the whole lesson for those who were absent. Over and over and over. All right. Here we go. I've translated it on the back. Okay? Does everybody have a copy or at least one to share? You can share. It should be in, it's not on that packet though. Yep. I can?
That's okay in the back.
You got it? Okay. Alright. I tried to group them. I'd like to tell you that there's a rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah, hold it.
It depends on the person who's singing, what they remember. It really does, what comes to their mind. Alright. The first one, let's repeat just the first one. Ausseer is a lustig toy.
Ausseer is a lustig toy.
Was sag ich alle mal? San schöne Menschen drei. Da möchte ich sein. Translations are on the back for those who want to know. It's a happy valley. I like to tell everybody that, and that's where there are a lot of beautiful. It's not mention. It's mention. Mädchen, girls. Mädchen, right, Mädchen, girls. Pretty girls, that's where I want to be. I tried to group these as best as I could, but they don't usually group them. They're just kind of like, oh, well, ooh, this one, they just sing it, okay? But there are standard stanzas that go with certain songs. Okay? There is like, for example, the expression that we did last time, Boma steht zusammenkreuz, ich sag euch was ich was, actually doesn't come in this one. It comes in the Schreiniger and the Strobelandler and the Ischellandler. They're very specific on what they choose. And if you look at, I think it's Dancilia, they have an old wiki that has all the Vierzeiler broken down by regions and their different Landlers. All right. Aufgeschaut, aufgeschaut. Aufi aufs Bett.
Aufi aufs Bett.
Aber aufgetraut, aufgetraut. Hat sie mir nicht. This is really heavy dialect. Okay? All right, the guy's looking up. He's looking up. I look up. I look up. I look up into the bedroom. He sees the bedroom up there. But trust me, she does not. Now, a lot of times I've heard them change it to hobby me net. He changes it from, they change it to, she didn't trust me, to, I don't trust myself. And I thought that was really funny how they play with it. So they play with these. They say, Alfie shut Alfie hobby me net. That he didn't trust himself. So it depends. You know, we got all these different variations. The last one is a very traditional one here. Schmeißi my Hudenbach. That's where they take their hat and they pretend to throw it in. When they actually do it, they take it off and they throw it in the middle. They don't throw it across the room. Okay? But they never seem to pick it up in the Ausseer for some reason. I never understood that. Und spring ihm selber noch. I jump in right after it. Weil mi my oide Schatz. Doesn't like me anymore. Nobody likes me, she doesn't like me. Then you have the Tanzfiguren. So you see on this sheet how it works? Dance figures, Stanzel. And what's going to happen tomorrow is this. You'll do the four verses, the verse, and then you'll turn to the middle and you do your Pacher part. Then you sing, 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 and Pacher part. Sing, 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 and Pacher part, and dance again. So it's going to work like that. Now, we broke it down for you so you see it. Tanzfiguren, Stanzel mit Pacher, Tanz, Stanzel mit Pacher. The next one. Okay, and this is nice because we chose this one because you get to stop and sing. That's great. Because in Abasee and Ischel, they don't stop and sing. They will keep going and be like, Schmeißi mal Hudenbach und springe selber. They'll, unless they're doing the Pacha, then they'll stop for a second. But they'll keep the dance moving and flowing. They won't stop the dance. In the Strobelandler. If you ever look that up online, they'll keep moving it. We thought, boy, get you singing and moving at the same time. So we thought we'd break it down. All right, the next one. My Vater hat Haus verkauft. Und die Kuh a. Und jetzt geht's zur Losverkehr. Halleluja. Read into that that however you want, but it says, my father sold the farm and all the cows, and so now I go to the goats. That's all. They're pretty twisted. All right? A frische Maß Bier. Mit einem vollen Weißen. Ich gehe mal gar nicht rum, bis sie uns ausschmeißen. Good. We're not going home. We have nice beer. Lots of foam. Good beer, right? We're not going home until they throw us out. Lustig und kreuzfidel. Morgen gehen wir nicht so schnell. Morgen gehen wir gar in der Früh. Oder gar nie. Go home at about, it's like kind of like a Gaufest. We go home like at 4 in the morning, or maybe not at all. I'm sure you have members of your club that maybe didn't quite make it into the room until about 5 a.m., right? If you haven't, you probably will tonight or tomorrow, most likely. Yeah, after, right? All right, Tanzfiguren. I love the use of the word kreuzfidel. I love that, because that really means that I am so, I just so bound to your side. It shows you a strong bond of friendship. And these Trachler, egal if they're in Bayern or if they're in Salzburg, that word kreuzfidel to me brings a Trachler Leben, because they really have each other's back. They really do. And we could sometimes use a little bit of that too. You know, take care of each other, because we are a big family. And that's reflected in the song. And sometimes I think we forget that. It is a big family. Doesn't mean you don't have your arguments, but it is a whole thing that we all are in this together. All right, then there's going to be the 10 dance moves. And these are my favorite. The last two. Landlerisch. Pinskerisch. Okay, Pinskerisch, help me here. Come on, who's really from that Pinskau? You might do the Pinskau Aborische in your group, maybe. A couple groups do it. Pinskau is beautiful. Pinskerisch, Heutzen, Beutz, Finsteris. Wann's na Beutz, Finster war? Was uns niam sah. That's so dialect. Basically, all right. The PG version of this is that Hudson here to snuggle up when it's dark. We'll cuddle together, and hopefully nobody will see us when it gets dark. But Hals means what? What does Hals mean? German speakers. It can mean your throat, your neck. Hals. It can also imply that they're kind of necking, right? It could imply that, or it can imply snuggling. Those of you that speak High German will be like, what? I never knew this. Some things your parents might not have taught you. Our German teacher, Heutzen. But Heutzen, I would think, refers to that. And that you don't want to be caught unless it's dark, so we'll cuddle up when it's dark. That's the PG version, so you can use your imagination. The last one, it is the most common one, actually. Okay, Nudelerei. Ein muss es lustig sein. That's it with a straight face. Nudelerei, lustig muss sein. Nudelerei, lustig muss sein. All I'm going to say is, put the noodle in. That's all it says. I'm not going anywhere else with that. Today has to be a fun day. That's all the translation is. And believe it or not, out of all the stanzas, that happened to be the one that came up the most. I couldn't figure out why until I realized that the boys were singing this, okay? All right, good. Can we get a little music for this? What's our key? A flat. dance. You're going to have the dance. You're going to have the g'stanzel, the pacha, the g'stanzel, the pacha, the g'stanzel, the pacha, the dance. Think you can remember that by?
Sure.
That's why it's in 3 parts. This is just part 1. That sounds interesting. So parts 2 and 3 are going to be lots of fun. All right, let's practice the second Gaufest. Give us an intro, please. I fought the heart's house without job. And again, just for the sake of practice, I'm giving you some basic clapping, but please do not misconstrue that. That is just some basic clapping. You will find that the pacha is so intricate. Tomorrow you will find that, believe it or not, those boys in the Salzkammergut, they are unbelievable. If you've ever had, has anybody had a chance to hear them live with a pacha? They will knock your socks off because they know it. It's not just 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're going to go over that tomorrow. And believe it or not, there are hundreds of different clapping combinations. Hundreds. Down to this, down to 2, 5, 6, 2, 5, 6, which would be one person is being 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they even have to leave them out. Every third or fourth measure, they have to leave one out. So it's really very orchestrated. Let's do the last stanza, and then if we have a few minutes beforehand, we'll wrap up with that. Let's decide the wine. Perfect. Last one. By the time you're done with it and can take it home, and again, please film it because it makes so much sense to package it and put it together. We have a few minutes left, and I think, should we do our Slash Levine? And then I think we probably should get set up because we have some officers' meetings coming up. Correct? Coming up soon. All right, and lots of rehearsals too. All right, let's go and do a couple of review and finish up here. Okay. Nice partnership with us. Oh, let's do that. Let's add that verse that you came up with, Rick. Part of it is learning. Constantly learning. What's the word? Durst.
Durst.
Durst. Durst. Halt ist meine Leber. Again. again, the play on words is Leva Wurscht and Leva Wurscht. Love, we both play on words with this 2 months. They're great. All right, so Rick, you're going to help me with that, right? You're going to come in and come on in there. I mean, give us a flash of wine, because I think that's where I think it's about 4:30. It's almost happy hour, so this is where we're heading, right? Yeah. All right. Good. All right. Rick's going to help you. This guy's amazing, by the way. Give a round of applause for our guy. And also, my guy Erech Morrison, who's just unbelievable in the back, coordinating this together. Erech! Let's do this, one of our Bavarian favorites. And if we have time, we can do the Israel again too. Okay? Go ahead. Are you back there?
Yeah.
Your whip? Before we go, we got 4 minutes left. We're going to rock this. Let's do that, the Kras song, and have our guy with the pipes in the back. One more time. Page 8. All right, here we go. Israel! who's taught me most of this. He's right there, my old buddy of over 30 years, Zepp Kendall. Zeppy? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. We have Vorstandsmeetings, meetings. We have a beautiful Heimatabend planned tonight. We hope that you will come out. And I
All
think
the cool kids will be there.
the Heimatabend is bound to be lots of fun. Feel free to recycle and practice these songs as much as you want. Take them back to your Vereine. If you have any questions, please see us then. Have a great evening. Enjoy the Gaufest. And don't forget part 2 and 3. Action and the Volkstanz are tomorrow after Gruppen, and we'll review the text. Okay?